Is it just me, or do spike traps look like really evil Roombas? If that's the case, at least the floor is staying clean inside the Shadow Temple. Who does clean these temples? I mean, there is a lot of like mildew and stuff, but there's not a lot of dust. Not very many cobwebs or anything, so somebody has to be in here cleaning it. We have freaking... Wait, can I do this without... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got that first try. There's a hookshot target up there. Dang. Actually, that was on purpose. I'm a professional, guys. Get on my level. I'm a major league gamer for Ocarina of Time. Oh, we have these goblin-looking fans trying to blow us everywhere. It's like, oh! I would say these guys can give you pretty good blowjobs, but at the same time, I don't think it's a blowjob that you would be too interested in, because, well, I don't think I even gotta say. Girl, bye. The artwork, I really love the artwork for Ocarina of Time. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's a pit right there. So I love the artwork for Ocarina of Time, because it makes the enemies look so much more epic than they do in the game, just because of the graphical limitations at the time. Like Lizafulse looks so much cooler in their artwork. Like Iron Knuckles, Skulltulas look really awesome. I think Redeads look somewhat creepier in the game than they do on the artwork. Let's see, what else is there? That's all I can think of right now. I understand why things look cooler in the artwork. But I remember having a guidebook for Zelda back in the day, and just like, I would just read it like it was an actual book. Oh yeah, this, for some reason this chest is just hidden invisibly in the corner. That's really weird. But yeah, I had Zelda guidebooks as a child, and I would just read them like they were legitimate books because I was just so into Zelda. I know it's really, really sad, and I haven't changed much today, but it's okay. People can be what they want to be into. Alright, so we're gonna take a leap of faith. Below us, sir. Thank you! Whew. Got that momentum. There's a lot. So how come some of the Redeads were mummified and some weren't? Some were shown some extra care. Let's go ahead and blow up this little patch of dirt right here. I remember this treasure chest right here giving me so much grief as a child. I did not realize I could blow that up, and I was stuck on this portion of the temple for what felt like eternity. Last episode, I did mention, I was like, somebody told me that there was only 25 bloopy chests, and we already have 29 bloopies, or is it 30 now? Somewhere around there. And something that I forgot about when I said that is that if you don't have the bomb bag and you get a chest that would normally have a bomb refill, it replaces those with blue rupees. And it'll also replace arrows with bloopies. So if you get a chest that normally have arrows and you don't have the fairy bow yet, it will give you a bloopie as well. Cool. You have a map. Wait. Oh, I'm going backwards through the room now. Freaking Roombas, get out of here. Crew finna clean the floor like a Roomba. Hukana Matata Timon and Pumbaa. Doing this also in Havana, Cuba. Dancing to the sounds of saxes and tubas. Oh, we can pull this block, right? Okay, I was afraid for a second that we might need the silver scale. Or not the silver scale, the silver gauntlets. Both silver items, but they do entirely different things. But no, I think you just need the Goron bracelet to push this block. I remember this because I came to do it once in one of my other randomizers, and I wasn't able to push it because I didn't have the Goron bracelet yet. The Goron bracelet really cucked me in one of my runs. I couldn't do a lot of things because almost every temple in this game requires the Goron bracelet. I think every temple as Adult Link requires it. Gold Skulltulas can be so obnoxious. Where is this thing? Hello? Now you're not making any sound because I'm looking for you. Is it gonna start again now that I'm facing the other direction? Maybe I finally got out of the radius of the sound effect. Is that how sound effects work in video games? Do they have like a radius around them? And if you're in that radius, you can hear it, but then as soon as you exit that radius, it goes away. Oh, there it is. How do you get that? Oh, I think you have to use the Scarecrow song. I'm not about that right now. All right, gotta play Zelda's Lullaby. So whenever I ride this thing, I think of the Branson Belle, which is this ship. So I live near this, or not anymore because I moved out of Missouri now, but I used to live near this city called Branson, Missouri, which is like a country version of Las Vegas. They have a bunch of like country-ish shows. They have a theme park called Silver Dollar City, which is also themed after kind of like the Old West and stuff. It's honestly pretty neat. It's more for like older people, like more religious, that don't want to live like a Vegas lifestyle. It's like more of a family-friendly place. But they have this big ship called the Branson Belle. And you guys probably heard about this story in the news recently, because it was huge where I lived. But there was this ride called Ride the Ducks, where you would get in these vehicles that would start on land, and then they would give you a tour of Branson, and then they would go into Table Rock Lake, and also give you like a lake tour as well. One of those boats recently sank and killed, I believe, 14 or 15 people. This was just a few weeks ago. It was, I'm sure most of you heard about it because it was national news. And the weird thing about it is where that ride the duck boat sank is super duper close to where, well, actually no, it's, so my family has a couple jet skis, and the place where we put them into water is literally like 30 seconds away from where it sank. And it was just so weird, like watching the video of a location that I knew and just seeing people go underwater in that boat. It's pretty scary. Let's go ahead and knock this down. It's a kind of depressing story, but we're in a pretty depressing temple right now, so I guess it sort of fits. Knock down the giant bird statue. Now. I don't know why, but for some reason I find that funny how the bird just goes face first into the ground like that. It reminds me of an ostrich. I don't think ostriches really bury their heads whenever they're scared. I think that's a myth, but still like one of those like cartoon things. All right, so this room is full of invisible walls, but I'm pretty sure I know my way through. Oh, I say that and then I just ran into a wall, but it's not that bad. Okay, I think this first room is, yeah, this is another really creepy room. So this is probably my worst nightmare. Being in a room where the walls are closing in on me. I can't think of a scarier scenario. Like in Star Wars when they get stuck in that trash compactor. I was shook. Is it compactor? Or compactor? I don't know, I'm mispronouncing words. I do that a lot. And then sometimes I do it and I don't even point it out. Like a few episodes ago, I was talking about Bongo Bongo, and I was meaning to say that he had severed hands, but I said severed hands. And I noticed it when I said it, but I was like, you know what, it probably doesn't matter, like, nobody cares. But then, of course, there was like 30 comments saying like, oh my god, you pronounced severed wrong. And it's like, damn it, maybe I should have fixed it. Whenever you're talking for 30 minutes straight, you're bound to make a few mouth typos, guys. Okay. Anyways, this room is pretty useless. So the one item we desperately do need to find, and I hope we find it soon, is the silver gauntlets, because without those, we're not able to do the spirit temple, and we're gonna have to do it. We have to do every temple in this game, because we still need the water medallions and spirit medallions to progress. Isn't there also a skulltula behind these? There is. Putting them in the same location. Tisk tisk. This one's higher though, so it's a little bit different, I guess. But then there's other times where I'm like telling stories or talking about something in one of the videos where I don't fully talk about it the way I would like to. For example, when I was talking about the whole debate with rap music and rock music and like the amounts of talent required to make each of them. And it's kind of hard to fully describe your thought process because I'm playing a video game at the same time. Like if I was just talking about this subject and was like facing somebody face to face while debating it, I would be able to explain my argument way more thoroughly. But whenever you're playing a game and like trying to think of entertaining things to talk about, it's harder to like fully get your thoughts across in a really clear and concise manner. Because another thing, I talked about Weird Al last episode, and I said I think I inferred that YouTube parodies are better than Weird Al. And what I kind of meant to say is that, I mean, Weird Al was definitely really, really good for back in his day. But his parodies nowadays that he's put out within the past few years, I think some YouTube parodiers, is that what you would call them? Do I not get anything from this apart from rupees? Was that completely optional? I guess I just came in here for a gold Skulltula. Okay. But no, there's parodiers? I don't know what word I would use. Like Bart Baker. He makes really high quality parodies nowadays over like new songs. Like Weird Al was great for back in the day. Like Wide and Nerdy, Amish Paradise, Fat. All of those were my jam. They were really good. And I think Weird Al is still a great comedian, a great performer and stuff, but I would say like some of his more recent stuff doesn't like hold up. But he definitely paved like a path for a lot of people to do similar things. I wasn't trying to diss Weird Al whatsoever. I think he's great. I think his quality is very, very good. Especially the cinematography for some of his parodies is pretty professional. I keep on getting grabbed by these guys and I hate it. And then the other subject I wanted to talk about slightly was the amount of talent needed to make rap music and, dang it! to make rap music and rock music. The main point I was trying to convey with that argument is that there is rap artists that have way more talent than some rock artists, and there's some rock artists that have way more talent than rap artists. There's no like blanket statement that says that rock artists are more talented than rappers, even though lots of people don't think that, and sometimes I just see like a few comments of people saying things, and I kind of think that more people think that than that actually do think that. But I think a lot of people kind of do that. They'll see a few people have a certain opinion and start to assume that more people have a specific opinion than the people that really do have that opinion. I don't know what I'm truly going on about. And then the last thing I did want to kind of touch up on again, I'm just like kind of re-talking about all these stories. When I said that Nicki Minaj has a lot more talent than people think, the main thing I was talking about when it comes to that is, yeah, Nicki Minaj might not have as much musical talent as, say, lots of musicians and stuff. But Nicki Minaj is more than just a musical artist and a rapper. She also is very caught up into cosmetics and the way she looks, so she knows a lot about fashion and decor and makeup, and she also knows a lot about putting on shows and arranging shows, and she knows how to be entertaining, and she knows the business side, and she knows how to do lots of collaborations with people, and she knows how to make songs that are normally a little bit bland, a bit more exciting, and she knows how to pump up a crowd, and like she has a lot more talents than just like her rapping. And that's kind of what I was going on about, is lots of people have a lot more talent than they're kind of given. Like she's not just some like big butt bimbo like lots of people say she is. She's a really hard-working, determined woman, and she works really hard every single day. But anyways, I've just been talking about lots of weird stories. We're about to fight Bongo Bongo, which I think is the best boss of this whole entire game. And maybe it's because I used to be a drummer when I was younger. And this guy is also a drummer. We're like the same person. But he's also just so creepy. I love it. And then like this is like the stereotypical Nintendo trope of having a boss fight where you have to fight hands. And then once the hands are disabled, you have to shoot the eye. They still use this all the time. And I love it. It's honestly a really fun gimmick. I think he becomes visible whenever, oh, I guess not. Yeah, I had to fight Bongo Bongo without the Lens of Truth too, whenever I fought him. So, oh, turn around. I say ope so much, and I didn't realize saying ope was a Midwesterner thing until I was reading memes. But apparently it's only a thing that people really say in the Midwest. Like if you bump into somebody, you're like, oh, sorry. Maybe Canadians say it too. I don't know. Oh gosh. No, we're in the toxic sludge. Gross. Also, do we have the map and compass in this dungeon? Oh, we don't have the compass. So I think all we're gonna get from this boss fight is the compass. Great, well I really hope Ruto's bottle Why am I not using the Lens of Truth? That's my question. Oh, what? I didn't even get a hit in. Should have waited longer. Oh, we're out of arrows. Please, sir, could you spare me some arrows? I would really appreciate it. Oh, damn. I need arrows. I'm out. Wait, how do I get arrows? I saw some on the ground earlier, but I don't know how they got there. Can a bitch use the hook shot? Oh, the hook shot does work. Oh, this sucker punched me. 1 punch! No, don't do it again. 2 punch! Oh, now he's gonna slap me. Damn it. This is much more difficult to do with the hook shot, because then it freezes you in place if you miss. And you're more likely to miss because the hook shot's dumb. Okay. Get him. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna grab these arrows real fast. Damn it! This is not going very well. Normally I'm not that bad at this boss fight. And I know what you're thinking, viewer. Sure you aren't. And you're probably right. I probably usually am this bad at this boss fight. Okay, I really want to get those arrows, but I also don't want to miss out on my opportunity to get these hits in. 2. Give me those arrows. Give him. Oh, no. This is going terrible. Arrows? Nope. Stop. Oh. Can I use the hook shot for this part? Yes, good. And this should kill him. There we go. Also, his eye socket looks so nasty. How it's like, looks like a flower kind of, but way nastier. So much darkness. And it was that moment Bongo Bongo knew he fucked up. Yeah, go back to hell where you belong. I'll probably see you there. Until next time. Okay, I think what we're about to get is the compass. If not, then I missed the chest in the Shadow Temple. It is the compass. Now I can check to see if I did miss any treasure chests. Nope. Okay, so that means that the silver gauntlets are behind one of 2 things. Ruto's bottle, that's in Lake Hylia, or behind the big post-side quests. Oh, I just shuddered thinking about that. Are we gonna have to do it? We probably are. And I want to double check something real fast, because a few people told me that the bean sprout would take me to Shadow Temple. And I don't believe them, but I want to double check just to see. On top of that, it's fun to ride the bean sprout every once in a while. Going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. Nope, this one just goes up and down. That was so much fun. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a 1-horse open bean sprout. Oh wait, we can't do this as an adult. I have to go turn into a kid again. Oh, something I didn't think about is now that we have the spirit medallion, we're about to get the light arrows once we go to the Temple of Time. Sick. Alright, what are the light arrows? Give us something good. Big money. Big money! No whammies! No whammies! Damn it! It was a whammy! Alright, we're back in Lake Hylia. We have the silver scale. And honestly, I am really surprised that we didn't get anything else in the Shadow Temple apart from the silver scale. There were so many chests in there. Yet, we didn't get anything else that's good. We still don't have the Kokiri sword. I'm so curious as to where that could be. Okay. See, for some reason I sometimes have trouble getting this bottle. I don't know why. Can I get a first try? Of course not. Of course not. Maybe it'd be easier if I didn't L-target. Just grab the bottle, Link. Grab it. Thank you. Navi, get out of my screen. You're too bright. Woo! Boy, there they were the whole entire time. We now have some silver gaunties. Can I shorten the word gauntlet to gaunty? No. Okay. Oh, did that say Naboru? Maybe we can go meet up with her at the Forest Temple sometime. Maybe later. And for those of you asking when I'm going to do the fishing minigame as a child, I have mentioned this before during the Let's Play, but I'll mention it again because there is a lot of episodes and I know it's hard to retain everything I've talked about. But you're not able to do the fishing minigame until you have the sword. I don't know why that is, but you just can't do it. The game won't allow you to. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I know, but it's just how it is. But now that we have the silver gauntlets, that allows us to do two things. The thing we're going to do to end off this episode is we're going to go to the Gerudo training grounds. And there's a few more chests we can get in there now that we can push the big block that was in the room where we fight the Wolfos. So I'm going to go ahead and see you guys there. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back with some silver gauntlets, baby. Do you guys remember this room? You should. It's the room where I read out my Zooter acronyms. A momentous occasion. Alright, Link, you push that block. Put your back into it. And your pussy. And your crack. I like how the block just completely defies gravity until it completely covers up the hole. And then it's like, oh, right, now I fall. Also, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Oh, come on. What? Oh, thought it was gonna eat me for a second. I got really scared. Okay, this sword reach is a little bit unfair. Come on. What the heck? What are you? No! He got me, guys. Oh, this is so disgusting. Did he even take anything? I don't think he did. Oh, so nice of him. Thank you. Okay, so this room has 4 chests, if I remember correctly. And I think if you're playing this game regularly, 3 of these chests have ice in them. So this is where like a lot of the ice comes from. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, there it is. But since it's a Zooter, they're all randomized. So they could be anything. This is just full of them. It's probably gonna be mostly keys though, because we are in the Gerudo training grounds. And you know how much the Gerudos love their keys and their training grounds. Ice arrows! Okay, you normally do get the ice arrows as your main prize for finishing the Gerudo training grounds. I've said the word Gerudo training grounds way too many times. So I guess the ice arrows just like walk down the hall and put themselves in that chest instead. Heart container, okay. 17 hearts. We're almost there. And, oh, come on. Last but not least, another key. All right, now we can use these keys to open up the remaining locked doors and get that center chest. So as I'm walking through here, I'm starting to get a little bit sad because I'm starting to realize that this Let's Play is almost over. This has been one of the most fun Let's Plays that I've ever done just because I'm really loving Zooter right now. It's just so interesting, and every single episode I'm just like looking forward to what we're going to get. I mean, I'm really excited for Wind Waker after this, but it's pretty sad because all we have left is the other half of Spirit Temple and then Ganondorf's castle. But we will do more Zooter in the future. Don't worry. I mean, there's so much opportunity. If we play through it a second time just the way we did now, it will be a completely different experience. And then there's other variables you can change. More keys, okay. Such as the token sanity, where it adds the gold Skulltulas into the mix. I really want to try that out, even though I know it's going to just be probably really frustrating. Because you have to know where all the gold Skulltula locations are, which I do for the most part. I'll have to look up some of them. And then there's Key Sanity, which I'm probably going to do a full series of on YouTube. I don't think I'll ever do like a YouTube series over Token Sanity. That'll probably just be like a strictly live stream thing. Which for anybody wondering, I do have a Twitch account. And any live stream I do stays on my Twitch for, I think, 60 days. So if you ever like are interested in one of the streams that I do, you can always watch them later. Even though I don't think live streams are as good to watch after they're over, you can always watch them later. Okay, so I think we have officially cleaned out the training grounds. So let's go ahead and exit. But I am going to go ahead and call this an episode here. In the next episode, we will I was about to say start the Spirit Temple, but we've already done half of it as young Link, so we will finish the Spirit Temple. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I love you all, and you have a fantastic day.